10 cartoon characters caught in real life. Ever since we were little kids, we've always wanted to meet our favorite cartoon characters in real life. I mean, which person watched the Justice League or any other cartoon, for example, and didn't want their favorite cartoon characters to show up in their classrooms or something? I mean, nobody. That was my dream and everybody else's. Unfortunately, the only thing that showed up in my classroom as a little kid was Satan itself, embodied in a teacher that screamed and talked like a 60-year-old Cartman. I mean, cartoons, just like toys, molded our lives, personalities, and actions as little kids. Only few things in this world have the same incredible impact on kids like cartoons have. But what if you could actually see a cartoon character in real life? That's the question. How would you react? What if you're walking down the street at night and all of a sudden you see this Homer Simpson? What happens when the wall that separates reality from fantasy is breached and the cartoon characters break into the real world? Well, this is exactly what I'm going to be showing you here today, guys. Today, I'm going to be showing you the 10 cartoon characters that were caught in real life. So without further ado, let's get it on. Tom and Jerry. It's sometimes referred as the most iconic cartoon of all time, and rightfully so. You know, Tom and Jerry was one of those cartoons that would even make a strict person that hated cartoons like real cartoons laugh, like my dad. That was the level of Tom and Jerry. We all loved Tom and Jerry chasing each other in every episode. We also thought that they were enemies in the beginning. This whole time, we always thought they were enemies until we saw the last episode where they both committed double suicide. Like, whoa, that shit was F. One thing is for certain, they died, because that was the last episode, and also because a freaking train was heading towards them while they were sitting on the rails. But you know what? They didn't completely die. What are you talking about, Jay? They were reincarnated into the real world. Yup. Sophia Cara, a woman that was casually waiting outside a Subway, caught this real two Tom and Jerry's making a plan to eat some Subway or something. Just look at this. Not in a million years would a cat just be chilling next to a mouse without eating it alive. Impossible. Well, Tom and Jerry are just chilling together when all of a sudden Tom pats Jerry in the leg and talks to him and even licks Jerry. This is a sign of affection among cats. They clearly have a bond, and I don't know about you, but they're planning something. I tell you that. They're gonna rob that store like that bird just snatched that bag of chips off the shelves like a boss. Nemo. Yes, you just smiled as soon as I said it. I know. If you didn't watch Nemo as a kid, I'm sorry. I really do, honestly. For the alien that doesn't know about Nemo, it basically tells the story of a father clownfish who wants to protect his son at all costs, but literally ends up doing the complete opposite and cannot even stop his kid from swimming towards a giant boat. I mean, you wanted this to happen. Come on, Marlin, you did. And in his quest to find his son, he meets Dory, a lovely, charismatic blue tank fish that became a mother figure for Marlin throughout the whole movie, and they rescued his son together. Well, this movie was an incredible hit when it came out. It made $940 million in its box office. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I always wanted to see Nemo in real life. And you probably did too. I mean, come on. Was I the only one who wanted to see Nemo as a kid? Absolutely not. Well, this guy went in an aquarium and look what he found. Nothing more than 3 of them together, literally just swimming with each other. Marlin, Nemo, and Dory having fun. We can see that Dory is confused in real life too, by the way. Typical, okay? And Marlin tried not to lose his son again. Timon and Puma. Those two guys is what we called friendship as little kids. Am I lying? The Lion King is remembered for so many things, but one of those things is these two guys over here. If it wasn't because of them, the movie would have been sour. But we all fell in love with their crazy and funny adventures together. This is why we wanted them to be real as little kids. We've always had this chip on our shoulders because the story ended. Well, they are real. Yes, I know. Calm down. Order. This guy over here was driving in the woods, minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he spotted Timon and Puma together. Legit, like talking to each other. Look at this. Like in Tom and Jerry, this is quite strange because these two types of animals are not naturally friendly to each other. But these two are Timon and Puma, and they're more than real.
Pumba, you're the only friend I've ever had.
You mean?
Yeah, Pumba. And friends stick together to the end.
Some toys are alive, and this is a fact, okay? In this video, a little kid kept hearing things coming out of his closet. Every night he went to sleep, he would hear squeaking sounds inside of his closet, as if someone was walking inside. But then he realized something, that this only happened when he left his Mickey Mouse toy inside the closet. When he wasn't inside, nothing used to happen in that closet. It would happen in other rooms. So he did what most of us would do in this situation after realizing this fact. He took his phone and started recording his closet. At first, nothing happened, so he went to bed. But then he heard that same noise and decided to face the camera directly in front of the closet. Not even a second later, this happened. Yes, absolutely frightening. Mickey Mouse literally opened the door of his closet and closed it back again when he saw that the kid was watching him. Mickey Mouse came out of the cartoon world to live in the real world. I can't decide if this is scary or great, to be honest. I loved Mickey Mouse back in the day. Shrek. We all loved Shrek back in the day when we were kids, but the real question is, would we really want to see him in real life? I mean, Shrek is not like the other characters we've seen so far. He's a 6'9" green fat ogre. His presence in real life would be petrifying and intimidating. I don't know if you would want to see him in real life, to be honest. And if you don't believe me, ask Ellis from Left 4 Dead.
He whispers in my ear, "This is my swamp."
What the
He grabs-
fuck? I don't think many people would like to see Shrek in real life, you know? But in this video that's actually horrifying, a person was walking in the woods when all of a sudden, he saw a humanoid shadow move from in between the bushes and trees. He zoomed in with his phone camera, and he caught this, Shrek. When Shrek realizes that he's been filmed by another person, he quickly takes off and starts running into the water to finally disappear. Now, the quality of the video is bad because it was recorded in 2007. That's why we cannot see the image in HD or in a clearer version. Either way, this video is terrifying, like I said before. I wouldn't want to stumble across Shrek in real life. Toy Story, the first computer animated movie and one of the greatest animated movies of all time in my opinion. We all fell in love with all the characters in that movie, from Woody to the crazy cute aliens, you know. But as opposed to the other characters, Toy Story reflects the life of living toys living in the real world, not a created fantasy world that we don't know anything about, no, which completely changes the narrative in here because the only thing that changes in Toy Story is that they have life in the movie and our toys don't. Really? Is that true? Not so much. The kid in this video was in his car next to his father heading to school in the morning when he spotted Woody, the main character of Toy Story, yes, holding to the back of a car. This scene was actually repeated several times in the movie where Woody holds to the back of a car several times. Disney fanatics all over the internet claim that this is the real Woody and that after knowing that the kid was recording, decided to act like a toy. Because remember, in the Toy Story world, nobody knew that the toys were actually moving in real life and had a whole movie story going on without us knowing. Humans were in the background naive about the fact, just like we are right now. Who knows? Maybe when you're asleep at night, all of your toys are awake. Just like I was saying with Shrek, some characters are just amazing where they are. We don't want them to cross that line into the real world. Stay where you are, okay? And one of these examples is Ratatouille. Ratatouille is the perfect animated movie in my opinion. The storyline revolves around a rat called Remy, who aspires to be a renowned chef but cannot because humans despise rodents. That's actually true, and you have to apply that in the real world. Which is why I said that some characters don't need to come into the real world. Rat and food are not a good combination. But apparently, Ratatouille didn't get the memo in the movie because look at this. Yes, it's Remy back on the kitchens. What the fuck? A woman by the name of Jodie Annister was eating at a Subway when all of a sudden she saw Remy from Ratatouille munching on food straight away from the trays. Okay, first of all, what the hell is wrong with Subways, bro? How many times did we laugh with the clumsy coyote and the smart roadrunner as little kids? We had great afternoons with those two guys chasing each other in every episode. Until obviously the coyote finally caught him, which led him into a depression, and later went on to discover Jesus Christ. The relationship between these two guys is very, very possible in real life. That's why it's certain that while you're watching this video right now, there's a coyote hunting a roadrunner somewhere out there in the world. Certain. And this is why they were both caught together in real life by this man. The guy behind the camera was working at his home office when all of a sudden he saw this, a coyote looking to catch a real life roadrunner. It's so weird seeing them in real life, isn't it? We can actually see that the coyote is very, very skinny and looks very feeble, while the roadrunner is just chilling out there with no worries other than pissing off the coyote, literally just like in the cartoons. Not even in real life he was able to catch that roadrunner. The coyote looks very exhausted, probably from trying to catch that roadrunner so many times with no success. I mean, you cannot blame that guy. He's like, please, please. Then he tries to catch him one last time. I'm gonna catch that roadrunner today, right now. He's not gonna get away with it no more. And the roadrunner takes off. An unknown TikTok user uploaded a very interesting and shocking video to TikTok that became viral in a matter of days. The user positioned the phone looking at the front door because he used to hear eating and walking sounds there at night. But then he would go there to look and he wouldn't find anything. He placed the phone on the floor, pointing at the front door, and this is what he caught. The footage caught the silhouette of a very fast creature running by at an incredible speed. So what is this thing that the camera caught? Well, if we zoom in and we pause the frame, we can see that it's actually Sonic. Yes. Who doesn't know Sonic, the blue hedgehog that everybody loved as kids? Well, he made a visit to this guy's house. Sonic in-game travels at anywhere from 50 to 80 miles per second, so this literally fits perfectly with his spitting capabilities. Is it cool? Is it scary that Sonic was at one point in your house? I don't know what to say. You judge. This man was driving through the Andes desert with his car. Look at this desert. Look how it is. The things that could be living in this place. And all of a sudden, he stopped because he saw a little fluffy ball, apparently laying dead on the sand road. He got out of the car to see what was going on, and to his surprise, and everybody else's on the internet because he will later upload it, it was alive and covered himself in a ball-shaped position. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it uncovered himself into its normal state, looked straight into the camera, and run away from the man. Okay. We can clearly see that this is not like any other animal we've seen so far. It's a completely different creature. It's a Mencino from Pokemon. The tails, the body shape, the face, everything looks like Mencino. Everything. It's Mencino, 100%. And well, that's been it for today, my dudes. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed watching these cartoon characters in real life. I honestly fell in love with that baby Mencino. Look at that beautiful thing. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, my dudes. Peace!